God, you told me to write a book. My wife came and reaffirmed it. But what am I going to write about that people want to hear? Talk about your passion. Talk about what you love to do. What do I love to do? What's my love language? My love language is acts of service. He's like, yeah, write about that. Write about what it means to serve and what it truly means to be a servant. And this is what this book entitled, and this is what this book is about. These are one of our arcs. Cashna, you have your arc of tutoring.
I have my arc of tutoring.
Well,
And
before we
This is available on Amazon, by the way. Guys, it's available on Amazon. It's also available on, I believe it's called PayHip. And you can get a ebook version of this, electronic version of this as well. Right now, I am working on the audio version. I'm in negotiation right now, talking to Idris Alba, so he can be my voice actor. So we'll see where that goes. But this will be available, physical book, electronically. And it's going to be available on an audio version as well. So please get your copy. Let me know what you think. This has amazing gems. And it's not only just for believers, but it's also for unbelievers as well. So everybody will receive.
Awesome. I like that. Serving requires. Go check it out.
Thank you.
Now, so Cashna, tell us about some of the arcs you built together or you felt inspired to build. With arcs, we're talking about entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship, yeah.
Ventures.
I had a baby, and I didn't see how I was going to leave her, so I decided to stay home. And after a while, it got a little boring. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just try this tutoring thing. And so I ended up trying it. Scarov give me ideas like, what about this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you add that? And I also sat with a friend who is not a teacher, but she had a tutoring business. So I sat with her and we talked. And then I'm like, Scarov, this is what this person said. This is what she said. This is what she said. Scarov said, let's go. Let's build it. I wanted it to be strictly virtual. And I built on the lessons that I already had. Even the different platforms that I have because I'm a teacher. And so I have access to all these different websites, all these different curriculums, put those together. And so, I said, and Scarov was like, during the pandemic, you guys did virtual, it was like a year, right? We did virtual learning. Build off of that. I'm like, oh. And so now here I am, this arc that I have, that I love. I mean, I know that people question all the time, like, are you not tired? I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, but I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Different kind of tired.
Oh, it is.
It is, yeah.
It is.
When you find something that aligns with you so much.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a talent that comes naturally to you that is hard for other people. And when you are able to align yourself with opportunities that you're able to utilize those natural talents, it feels different because it fuels you and it takes away energy, but it doesn't drain you.
No, it doesn't drain you. No.
Oh yeah. I mean, even that. So that arc is being built, but then I started noticing that I've been advocating for families. Like I'm reaching out to school districts.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting in meetings with parents that have no idea what's going on in the school district. And they're like, Cashna, you need to sit with me because I have no idea. I'm not coming in an aggressive way because I know what it's like to be a teacher and your students are not listening and all that. But it's more so, what are we giving? What resources are we giving to this child so that they can succeed? And just the other day I was in therapy and I was like, I noticed that I like advocating for families. And she was like, you need to go pray about that because there's more to that. So there's another arc being built to be continued. I don't know what it's going to look like. My therapist did mention some things. Who's advocating for these families that have no idea? And I'm not talking about like families who were born in a different country. We're talking about families that were born here, but they have no idea what's happening. I'm not saying the educational system is, crazy, but what I'm saying is there's a different world.
Yeah.
And here I am now. We go from tutoring. And now I'm stepping into I'm saying something here. Now I'm stepping into different districts. I'm sitting in different offices. And I'm like, we got to do right by this child. So what are we going to do?
I can't wait to see what the result of your personality assessment is. I mentioned I have the personality assessment for entrepreneurs. And one of the types is a change maker. And I think I can see a bit of change maker in you.
Wow.
And what it means is, when you're a change maker, typically you have a little bit of a few different types, but when you know a certain thing, like when you know that this is a driver and it aligns with you, you know, because it's stronger than the others. And so I say that to say a change maker is someone who, when they see preventable harm or injustice, they cannot ignore it. It hits you deeper than others. Someone else may look at it and say, oh yeah, that is sad. Yeah, and can move on and can continue to move on. But for a change maker, depending on what it is, no, they can't ignore it. They have to do something and make a positive impact. If that aligns with you, I think you have a bit of change maker within you. You're motivated by the positive impact that you're able to contribute to.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you do that, it encourages you to do it again. Yes. it kind of feeds you. I'd love to see the results of that. Why is it important for you to advocate?
Because I don't think that I had enough people advocating for me.
There you go.
There's a lack.
Oh, there was a lack. Like, my parents did everything they could, but then they were limited because of the language barrier. The language barrier was a big one, and they never looked at the whole child as a Haitian parents. They always looked at it like, you need to do this, blah blah blah, and if you don't do it, then you're gonna get right. I wish I had someone to advocate for me. I needed a tutor. I wasn't slow. The kids would call it. I hope I'm saying it. I hope I'm not offending anyone, but I needed a tutor. Yeah. I needed someone
patient with you.
Yeah. Did I need a therapist when I was young? Probably not. But I noticed when I sit with my students, I start off with, how was your day? The students that I tutor, how was your day? Did you have a good day? Tell me a little bit about it. And some of the kids are super excited to tell me about their day. And some are like, can we just get this over with? That's all I needed. And then, all right, let's get to work. Let's do this one-to-one. And, that's all I needed. And so if I need to advocate for every child that sits in front of and there are times parents call me and they're not paying me. But I'm like, that's not right. No, this is what we're going to do. We're going to call this person. We're going to write a letter and we're going to get this done because that's what I wanted. Yeah. And I'm going to give this to somebody else.
So the golden rule of treat others the way that you want to be treated, right? Yeah. So here's what I've recognized. A lot of us, we don't know how we want to be treated because we haven't done a deep assessment of like, what was the lack for me and what have I struggled with? And this goes beyond entrepreneurship. Oh, yeah. It's just us as people. Have we checked in with ourselves to understand what we were missing?
Yeah.
And I realized that the reason why I finally feel truly motivated with the work that I'm doing is it came from a realization of not only what were my true natural strengths and what are the experiences that have contributed to the person that I am today, but also I needed a coach myself. And isn't it amazing to recognize that the thing that we lack, once we understood that we lacked it and we became the solution for ourselves for the thing that we were missing, you become unstoppable.
Wow, that's good.
Right?
That's powerful.
So when you think about that, what comes up for you in terms of you became the solution?
So this was a conversation and this was a podcast on entrepreneurship. You've got to like rewrite it because this is not just about this is more than surface. Like this is like real deep. Like
you weren't expecting this.
I wasn't expecting this, brother. Like, but this is what we need. Yeah. That level of excellence and going beyond the norm and going beyond the surface. That's what we have to get to the psychology behind things. And I love the way that you pointed that out because a lot of times people don't know what their purpose is unless the Lord begins to agitate or frustrate them about something. When you're finding your purpose, or you're trying to find out what your purpose is, right? And you see this area, this need, and you're frustrated and you have this passion. You're just like, I got to do something about this. Like, that's where the Lord is calling you. That's where your purpose is. That's where your calling is. And I've experienced that when I was younger. I saw this need. And I saw that we needed spiritual leadership in our youth group. I'm not going to say any names, but the individuals that were there, they did the job, but I don't think they were called for it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. So they weren't called for it. So I know that I was affected, and I know that other individuals around me was also spiritually affected by this, because yes, you did the job and you did your part, but you weren't called for this. You weren't anointed for this. You didn't have the oil for it. Yes,
No,
exactly.
the disconnect.
You
It's
feel
just
the
the same way
disconnect.
that when your teacher, you felt the difference in the
exactly.
level of care.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of entrepreneurs that just do the things.
They do it just exactly.
You're just doing it.
Yeah.
So because I experienced that led me to go on my knees and to pray to the Lord. And guys, you have to be very specific when you pray to God. You have to be very specific. I went on my knees and I prayed to God, and I literally said, God, I want to help the youth. That was my prayer. I should have been more specific. Because when I made this prayer about I want to help the youth, that's when the Lord opened a gamut, doors and opportunities out of nowhere. And I just found myself being an advocate and a counselor, or going into different churches and ministries and helping their young people out. But my original and initial prayer was helping out the youth at my church. But that's not what I prayed about. I just said, Lord, help me that I could help the youth.
Yeah.
And when I made that prayer, I was literally helping. I was being called to do seminars and conferences that I had no idea what I was doing. But the leader saw something in me, and I just trusted God. And that frustration, right? That tendency to go for justice just came out of me. I did my research. I trusted God. I took a step of faith, and I just started building. And that led me to have this fire, passion, and zeal for youth ministry, for youth and young adults ministry. I don't know how long it's going to last, because listen, these young people's language and vernacular,
built different.
they change. Like, they're built differently, and they talk differently, and I'm trying to catch up. But as of right now, that is my heart's desire, helping and trying to be there, for the youth. But that all started based on a frustration that I had back then. I started to preach in a manner, I started to mentor in a manner, I started to lead into God into a manner, like Cashna was saying, and like kind of what you were saying as well. What was I lacking as a young person that I needed? What was I lacking as a young male that I needed? Remember my backstory. I didn't grow up with my father. Yes, I had my stepfather. I thank God for Rosemont, right? That was my stepfather. But at seeing men in ministry, besides being a pastor, was rare, I didn't see a male mentor. I didn't see somebody that was there that actually, loved me and cared for me. For me, majority of the population were women. You know what I'm saying? It's the entire demographic. 96% of church is women, and if the pastor is not a male or anything else, it's just like you really don't see them in other ministry activities or ministry departments. So it was just rare to see that. So I'm like, how do I preach in a manner that I would like to be preached to? How would I lead in a manner that I would like to be led to? And I'm like you said, Pekins, I started like discovering what my lacks were, and I try to make sure that the next generation would not have to suffer or not have to lack what I lacked.
Yeah.
That was my motivation.
I love that. And you're walking in your purpose. You're doing it because you feel like this is you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's deep in you.
Yeah.
And it also became deep in you through a series of experiences that revealed it to you. I encourage you to continue to walk in this journey that you're in. I think all of us as people, we are always pushing something forward.
Yeah.
Right? It's like we are self-correcting in a way, constantly, but not just for our own journey, but for the journeys that we've experienced, and we're taking in those impressions, and we're saying, no, this shouldn't be like this. I didn't have a parent. I'm gonna be a parent. I'm gonna be more present.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? We're going to fail, and then
that's okay.
And then the people after us, they're gonna say they did better, but now they could have done this a little bit better.
Yeah.
And now, so when we see people doing the gentle parenting, and we were raised with the belts and stuff like that,
it worked.
And now our kids are going to say, they did better. But, they probably overcorrected here. And we could do a little bit more.
That is true. That is true.
So it's like, we need to give ourselves grace.
Oh, yeah.
Do we forget to do that?
Oh, yeah.
We do. I think we're so motivated we're so motivated on our shortcomings and the things that we lacked that we don't even notice the progression that we are, coming out of or pushing out. You know what I'm saying? We don't give ourselves grace. And kind of like you guys are saying, I'm going to put you guys both on the spot because you guys are both 33 years old. Haitian male, 33 years old. Haitian female, 33 years old. You guys have accomplished, and I'm not just saying this for this sake, but I literally mean this from the bottom of my heart. You guys have accomplished so much at such a short period of time and tenure in this earth. It is amazing. And I believe that you guys not only have your flowers that are due to you, but a congratulations is due to you guys because you guys are just doing it, and you guys are an inspiration because I can't remember what I was thinking about when I was 33 years old. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but
Scarov, you're not that far from me. You make it seem like you like 20 years old.
Yeah, right.
No, but seriously though, I'm young. But seriously though, you guys have accomplished so much, and it's all by the grace of God. We can't ever forget that. He's allowed us to have the intelligence. He's allowed us to have, the wisdom, the grace to accomplish what we've accomplished, to build, what we have built. At the end of the day, I do want to recognize you guys because this is what for the culture looks like in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to be a sports, go Eagles, go Birds. No. But seriously though, there are different avenues, that you can be Black, be Haitian American, be successful, be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you guys are embodying that at age 33. God bless you guys. I love you guys. So keep it on. Keep on keeping on.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think that's something that is part of the grace when you can gain that recognition externally because it does add to the cup, right? And I feel like because I've been misunderstood as an entrepreneur for a long time, it gets lonely. So I've had to work on the muscle of providing grace and validation to myself in a way.
It's needed.
Because you're not always going to get that. So I appreciate it when I get it. And that brings us to the topic of grace. How do you apply grace to yourself so that you can continue to keep going and have something within you?
You know what's interesting? My birthday was 2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday.
And thank you. My mentor called me and we were FaceTiming. And she said, God wants me to let you know that this is your year of grace. You need to show yourself some grace.
Amen.
You walk in grace.
I agree.
And my therapist even said that too. Like, she would ask me, like, why do you feel like this? Or why do you feel like you and I told her, I'm like, I think because when we were growing up, if we did something wrong or if we got in trouble, it's because we did something wrong. And so now I feel like if something is not going right in our business, like Airbnb, right? Short-term rental. We have 2 units and
in the greater Allentown area, by the way.
Yeah,
guys, so
we've had good months. We had months where I'm like, wow.
And your listing looks great.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, your listing looks really good.
And then there are months where I'm like,
yeah.
Like this, yeah. And so I'm questioning, I'm like, God, did we do something wrong? And my therapist said, you need to show yourself some grace. And through, like, while I'm showing myself grace and while I'm tapping into God's grace, God revealed so much. Even like driving home from work today, the Lord was revealing why he's allowing certain things to happen. And I told my therapist, I said, I think that when you're an entrepreneur, people don't see the crying.
No.
They don't see how much money you put out. They don't see the stressful nights and all this and what are we going to do in this economy. They only see the shebang,
the final picture.
Yeah.
Like when I saw your short-term rental, I saw it on Facebook and I was like, these are nice pictures. I'm not looking at the struggle, how much you paid for it, how much you had to pivot, or you probably wanted it this way, but now it's like this, and you're looking at it like, oh, it's not perfect.
How many times you wanted to throw in the towel?
Oh, right? Yeah, we wanted to give up a lot of times.
And I recognize that because as a short-term rental investor and a real estate investor in general, myself, I know that perfection doesn't exist in that sense. You do your best and you give grace to yourself because no one else is going to give that to you.
Exactly.
Because if they give it to you, oftentimes it costs. You know, I'm going to give you grace here, but remember that. Remember that.
But
You know? And so it is a good habit to create as an entrepreneur because it's tough out there.
It is.
It can get lonely, expect to be
Yeah.
lonely. When you're blessed to have a partnership, when you can create a unified vision, a mutual vision, I think that is a superpower right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to end the episode without talking a little bit about the mutual vision that you've created and any advice that you have for others who are coming in union and want to create a good life for themselves and know that it's necessary to create something.
Pecans, I am so happy you brought that up, man. This is actually something my wife and I were discussing a couple of days earlier, and we have so many couples, young couples, making these poor financial decisions.
Oh, yeah.
For everybody that's listening out there, if you are engaged, fiance, you're getting married, please do us a favor. Invest in your marriage more than you invest in your wedding day. Because a lot of people, they invest in their wedding day. You have to remember, it's just one day.
Just one day.
There is no reason to pay $20,000 for flowers. There is no reason to pay $6,000 for a wedding dress that you can wear one time. Pretty? Listen, we can make some arrangements. Like we have to be financially mature.
Yeah.
I think that's the word that we want to utilize. Be frugal, because a lot of those expensive can go towards a house.
Yeah.
A lot of those expensive can go towards of building a business. Yeah. Right? Creating, something for yourself. And I feel like we get so caught up in the glamour and the vanity of this one day, right? That unfortunately to say, if you don't have a marriage that's built on Christ, it's not going to last. Majority of the time, it's not going to last. If we don't have a marriage where we're actually putting in the work and also post-marital counseling, you have to understand, these are two different individuals coming together from two different backgrounds. We're going to have clash. We're going to not see eye to eye on things. But we're not willing to invest into those things. But we're willing to invest in a Lamborghini for the day. We're willing to invest in, the core. You know what I'm saying? And because I know you could attest to this, majority of the people that you invite to your wedding day, 75% probably even going to talk to you afterwards. And I think I want you guys to come into this understanding and agreement that we have to learn how to invest properly into our marriage. We have to make it make sense. The math need to be mathing. And I think I'm going to let you talk, Cash. I'm sorry. I feel like we try to show off for people. We try to probably outdo other people, that we don't realize how much of a financial deficit it's actually put us in. What we need to do as young individuals that's getting married is, number one, let's wisely spend our money investing into our marriage, not just our wedding. But number two, that's something that I talked to Cashna about. We have to learn how to be a blessing unto others. What do I mean by that? And I'm pretty sure, Pecans, you experienced this. If somebody invites you to their wedding, if somebody invites you to their baby shower, if somebody invites you even to their birthday, please do not go in there empty-handed. Plant a seed. Plant a seed in that individual's life. Plant a seed in that couple's life. Because they saw it fit to have you there. Don't think you just showing up is a gift enough. No. Be a blessing unto them. Plant a seed. Sow something into them. Because I can tell you right now, my wife and I, every time we get invited to whatever type of event it may be, we plant a seed, and we have seen the harvest of us planting those seeds in our lives 100-fold. What was that story? Isaac? We've seen the harvest of that given to us 100-fold several times. But you have to learn how to be a giver. The Bible even tells us, right, that the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Right? So it's not just about giving your tithes. It's not just about giving your offering. And I know a lot of people have different debates about giving tithes in the 21st century. And it's okay. But my wife and I, we're tithers. My wife and I believe in blessing others. My wife and I are cheerful givers, and that is the reason why we are here today. When we bless people, when we invest into others, those blessings and those investments, they come back unto us. You know how to say hurt people, right? Bless people should bless people. Yeah. And also, one last thing, shameless plug, people that serve should serve others as well. And I think that's something that this generation needs to know. It needs to hear about, that we have to learn how to serve one another. And we don't have to serve one another just because we're a part of the same sorority or fraternity or we go to the same church. That should be a part of humankind, period. Yeah. We should learn how to serve, help, assist, and be there for one another. Life is hard. It is. Why can't we make it easier for somebody else?
Yeah. I like that. And people are going to be different from you and see the world differently. And it's important to be able to show grace onto others as well, because it allows you to serve them in a way where you can show love.
Yeah.
Because once we start to apply our experiences and our perspectives onto others, it makes it harder to serve. And that's something that is deeply important for entrepreneurship, because you don't know who will be your next customer.
Yeah.
You have an idea and you could start chatting on to ChatGPT and say, who's my target audience, this and that. Yeah. But it's going to start to change.
It will.
As you start to actually put out the product and the value onto the world, it is important to kind of let down a bit of your judgment so that you can allow the blessing to be poured onto others, because you really don't know. You're not omnipresent.
No, we're not.
Right? So you just have to operate in your authentic self and make room for that thing to flourish. So I am very, very happy that you guys came over.
Thank you for having us, man.
This has been a great discussion.
Yeah.
I think the audience will get a lot of value from this. I look forward to seeing what you accomplish next.
Man.
And I'm proud of what you have accomplished already. How can people find out about you and pour into you?
So for the tutoring, I do have an Instagram, Victorious Academics.
Hey.
IG, yes. So follow me. You'll see a lot of my work, a lot of my students. I don't post the students unless the parents
give you consent.
But the curriculum, the summer program that I have every summer, and all the other upcoming events.
As for me, so you're gonna like this. I am victoriously_victorious. And also, and I also have another Instagram, and it's called Victorious Worship and Word. And those are our IG, where you guys can find us. And we also have worshipandword.net, which is our website. So we're not just an organization or a ministry that just asks you for money. Hey, pour into us because we're giving out the scholarship. But we show evidence. We show you the different events that we've had. The people that were blessed by it. We have a couple of testimonials, you know what I'm saying? We want you to go to the website, and we do have an opportunity for you to pour into us, to pour into the ministry, to pour into the scholarship. Like you said, we want trying to get people to get some respect on their name, right? You can, if you would like, to be a one-time donor. We do have an option for you to be a monthly donor. And hey, listen, to all the millionaires out there, if you guys would like to sow $100 a month, and if you're not a millionaire, but you have a millionaire mindset and you still like to sow $100, listen, at the end of the day, I am truly believing that this ministry is good soil. And if you plant in good soil, you shall receive a harvest and you shall see it be fruitful. So yeah, find us at victoriously_victorious, Victorious Worship and Word, and finally worshipandword.net. That's how you can find us.
I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
Listen, we love you and your wife and your family.
So
everything that you're doing around here is amazing, man.
Amazing.
I'm proud of you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it.
I'm showing you grace.
I appreciate it. And it feels authentic.
Amen.
And I think the energy feels right here. Anytime someone comes here and provides me a bit of their time, I take that very seriously because that is the most valuable thing.
Yes, it is.
You know, being able to have time to experience the world, and you could have experienced it somewhere else, but you chose to come here to Entremotive.
Listen, time is heaven's currency.
Yeah.
You have to remember, like, there is no, it's eternal. So that they have nothing but time. So if you want to talk about time, that's heaven's currency right there. Whew.
And you spent it here.
Yeah.
So thank you.
What an honor.
Yeah.
What an honor.
What an honor.
I'm honored. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
This has been a very special episode of Finally Motivated. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Thank you.